You're watching CW6 News at 10.
A new bill introduced into the state assembly in Sacramento is aimed to streamline approvals for concealed carry weapons permits for self-defense.
And right now here in San Diego County, it's up to Sheriff Gore if your reason to get a permit is good enough or not. This new law will take away that legal hurdle. As long as you pass the background checks, you do need to get a permit.
CW6 reporter Gary Buzel is live in the newsroom with more on this. Hey, Gary.
Jason, Netta, San Diego County is known to the pro-Second Amendment community as a jurisdiction that is difficult to get a concealed carry permit for general self-defense. That's because Sheriff Bill Gore has the ultimate power to either authorize or not a permit application for any reason. And now one lawmaker is out to change that.
Now it's delayed and takes time without a special circumstance. It could really lead to a tragedy in their life.
Lenny McGill is talking about what many of his customers at the GlockStore in Kearney Mesa are up against.
Now, if you want to shoot at the range, that's one thing. But if you're going to carry a gun out for personal defense, you need to get your CCW.
But just going out and getting a CCW from the Sheriff's Department, well, that isn't that easy. After going through background checks and fingerprinting, numerous Sheriff's Departments in our state, including here in San Diego, are denying many applications because we are a may-issue state. That means the sheriff can come up with any reason to deny your application. Just saying you need the CCW for self-defense isn't good enough for most sheriffs.
They can have guns, but the rest of us can't.
California State Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez of the 67th District in Riverside County has introduced Assembly Bill 757, which would allow self-defense under a shall issue clause. This bill won't make the background checks any easier to pass, but it would just take away the individual sheriff discretion to deny a permit just for self-defense.
So the bill is to make CCW permits shall issue rather than leaving it up to the discretion of a sheriff who may or may not like the fact that someone wants to have a concealed carry.
The laws don't make a lot of sense to a lot of people who really look at it from a common sense standpoint.
Gun supporters like McGill say California, having some of the most firearm laws in the nation, needs to take a more common sense approach to regulation. Something they feel should strike a balance between public safety and one's right to protect themselves with a gun.
The laws do come down and they just keep piling them on and piling them on. And what's really interesting is that we see no decrease in crime, no decrease in the use of these firearms for self-defense, but no increase in the use of these firearms for crime either. So
we tried to reach out to San Diego Sheriff Bill Gore to ask him about his CCW permit issuance policy, but his media relations representative said he was not available. Assembly Bill 757, written by a Republican, is up for a tough fight in a majority Democratic state assembly.
The gun owners in California, the people who aren't criminals, they need a voice. They don't have many friends in Sacramento, and if I'm the only one up there that's going to fight for them, that's okay.
There's a reason to own a firearm for self-defense and protection of your physical person and your property, and there's a reason that people should be able to legally own a firearm and deploy that for self-defense.
Now, according to the San Diego County Sheriff's website, a CCW can be issued for self-defense if the applicant can provide documented threats. Gary Buzel, CW6 News.